What you know about it?
So let's go. So let's go.
What you know about it? How's it going?
This is good. This is La Poisson Rouge. Oh. Now, I really knew I was going to like this place. I'm going to tell you one of the first reasons. You know how we like to wear hats tipped to the side, right? So I walk in and I see a fish tank tipped to the side with some cool fish in the water. Look at that. That's already artistic, so I already knew this is a cool place already.
I see. You're going to show me around.
Yeah, I'm going to show you around. As you look on the walls, there's a lot of different stuff going on here. A lot of, famous DJs DJ here, a lot of famous artists. And so, we make sure we put our posters up. I'm going to show you our poster that's right over here.
Okay.
Behind the Groove. And it's my wife's birthday, so it says, Rock's birthday, Tuesday, second Tuesday, right? Special guest DJ Marley Marl, resident DJs, myself, KS360, and DP1, who is of the Mighty Heavy Hitters. And as you see here, we play funk, soul, disco, hip-hop, breaks, Afrobeat, salsa house, everything, and live musicians.
It's gonna be hot.
I play the bongos and the congas, and I have my drum machine, and I loop beats, and I play that alongside of like a 3-horn section. It's gonna be crazy. So I just don't spin, I make your head spin, for real.
All right.
I get busy.
Show me where you make the head spin.
Come here.
All right. Go down the stairs. All right.
Pay the admission here with a 1-drink minimum, and then we're DJing back there, and this is where everybody gathers. Some of the best dancers, some of the best artists, and if you look on the walls, the artists hanging right on the wall up here, and like I think every 2 months they switch the art.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really great. And on the screens there, we play, we do like a graffiti montage that we play on the screen for like the first 2 hours, all the graffiti that's in the city. And then after that, I play Soul Train episodes. And then after that, I play like famous Kung Fu movies.
Okay, now you said all the graffiti in the city?
Yeah. Well, not all the graffiti, but
yeah, but a lot of the graffiti in the city.
A lot plays in 2 hours. Yeah. A lot plays in 2 hours. So I make sure that loops up there, and there's pictures of people who've been here, guest DJs that have been here, like Easy Mobi, Beverly Bond, Grand Wizard Theater, Jazzy J. They've all been to the party, and they love it. Okay. They all tell people, yo, you need to go and get Behind the Groove downtown LPR. Well, it's called Behind the Groove, and we're coming on now on our 3rd year in November. And this day is going to be really special because every so often we have special guest DJs. Okay. And who we have now is DJ Marley Marl from WBLS. And I work with DJ Marley Marl at the Paradise Theater when we did an old school tribute to hip hop last year in the winter. And so we've been building a little bit, and he was really interested in the party because this party has some of New York's best musicians and dancers in one spot at one time. Okay. And it's called Behind the Groove because I named it after Tina Marie, and I'm dedicating it to all the classic heads plus the new generation of what they call new old heads. They love the old music, but it's the new generation. So it's for them, and when you come here, that's what you're gonna see. A mix of old heads plus the brand new school old heads who love the old music, and the classics that are, past, present, and future.
Okay. And who else is gonna be there?
It'll be DP1 from the Heavy Hitters. It'll be Ron Prokovez, known as Ron Renaissance, incredible trombone player. And then we have my wife, and her name is Vigo Rockefeller, known in the industry also as La Roca. She's a singer, so it's gonna be her birthday. And there's a lot of industry heads that are here, and a lot of famous dancers like Buddha Stretch comes up in here. Okay. His wife Yuko comes up in here with him. And I don't want to mention too many names because it's not really about names. It's about really being relaxed and getting down to the music that allows you to get behind the groove. When you come here, you see who's up in here. And when you see who's up in here, you can be like, wow, they're here, they're here. So it's kind of like a Sugar Shack, Cotton Club, speakeasy of dancers. Okay. But we want to mix it with people who enjoy that kind of atmosphere. And it's not just for the 1-2-steppers, it's for them, but it's also for the people who love to get down.
So why do you choose LPR to have your party?
Well, LPR has been known, well, formerly LPR was the Village Gate, so there were a lot of great musicians here. You had musicians here when it turned into LPR, like, Mos Def and Pete Rock. So it's really about the artist, and it's has a lot of artistic integrity. And I think it's a great matchup for Behind the Groove. And how we ended up here is I was in the summertime. I had my birthday at Seward Park High School on the roof, and I call it a block party on the rooftop. And what we did is, because the roof is caged in, we brought up DP1 and another DJ by the name of Doc, and we took all the speakers, put them up there, and had spotlights, but we lit the crowd from the bottom up. Wow. So we started from 4 in the afternoon all the way to midnight. And that party was banging. And when a party's banging, when people exit at the end of the night and they're still talking in front of the door for the next 2 hours. Wow. So people tell them, yo, man, you need to get this party popping somewhere, somehow. And it so happens that there was a representative from LPR there that either was there or heard about it. Called me in and asked me if I could bring that vibe to LPR. And I said, I sure can, but if you give me artistic control, we can definitely make it happen. And they agreed, and we've been here 3 years ever since. And I decided to name it Behind the Groove.
Nice. And when is this going to be? Tell us.
All right, so this is going to happen Tuesday, August 14th. The party happens every second Tuesday. And our goal eventually is to move it to closer to the weekend, maybe like a Thursday, and eventually to get into the bigger room. Right now we're in the gallery to keep it intimate because I like to be around the people. But eventually we want to be able to hire artists and do the big room, kind of like a mini concert like clubs used to have. You have the DJ, you have a mini concert, let's say Evelyn Champagne, you know what I mean, have her in there performing, maybe Lisa, and I think people really come out for that. What happened was I invited Bill Breakin to Behind the Groove, came to it, loved it. He says, I want to hire you to be able to do Behind the Groove at Lincoln Center. So we called it Behind the Groove at Lincoln Center out of doors, and then the guest who was there with us was Nile Rodgers and Chic. And
we were there to capture that moment as well.
That was bananas. Yes. So 6,000 people showed up for that.
Yes,
and
it was.
Yeah, so they felt the vibe of Behind the Groove, and people were like, where does it happen? Where does this party happen? And I told them the Tuesdays, every second Tuesday, to be like, oh man, some of us can come out, but a lot of them, are gonna try to make it, but it's hard because it's not the weekend. So as we get this party pumping on Tuesdays, hopefully we'll be able to move it closer to the weekend. But for now, the Speakeasy Tuesdays of Behind the Groove is every second Tuesday of the month here at LPR.
Okay, and your Behind the Groove dancers will be here as well?
All the Behind the Groove dancers, Behind the Groove, I call them Behind the Groove All-Stars. And you have some of the best voguers, some of the best house dancers, lockers, poppers, breakers, just soul groovers. They're all in one room. There's no ego here. And on the screen, we play episodes of Soul Train. We play Kung Fu movies. The bar is popping here. And we also have drinks for the non-alcoholic drinkers. Okay. It's called Pop and Lock Mocktails. Okay. So
now, what's in that?
You have a thing called watermelon windmills, and so it's based, watermelon fruit juice, and then it has spritzer in it, and it has tangerine. It's all kinds of secret ingredients that the mixologist Laura puts together, and they're delicious. They're really, really good because some dancers don't want to get trashed. And
where do you go to a place you find non-alcoholic? I like that because I don't drink, so.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a health bar, if you want to put a play on words, right? Or the health club, Behind the Groove, the health club. So I came up with those drinks because I don't drink myself, so I wanted an option for the dancers to have. And then if you want to make it into an alcoholic cocktail, then you pay the extra money and that can happen, and it's also delicious as an alcoholic cocktail. So at least there's a choice for people, and Behind the Groove is a choice for the club goers of New York City, because right now a lot of the club scene is a lounge club scene, which is great, but we need a place for dancers to get down, and that's what I wanted to provide. So come all, get on the telephone and tell a friend that Behind the Groove is on and popping every second Tuesday of the month at LPR.
Thank you. All right, you better check them out. Tuesday, the 14th of this month, LPRs.
See y'all there.